And that's the essence of this, but it's good to hear from you, Earl. Chris in Ohio. Well, we got to go to break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, get into this newscast about the police forcibly taking your blood all around the country and the world, but right here where I live in Austin. And see, it's about now, oh, you're not going to give me blood, I'm going to taser you. And they've already had court rulings where you don't roll your sleeve up, they taser you as torture, paying compliance till you do it. And everybody's going to have their blood taken. This is getting you ready under the executive order signed by Clinton. It's in my first film, made in '97. They already have it on the books to forcibly take blood, urine, and other tissue samples when you get a driver's license. It's all part of the new World ID DNA biometric database. That's what this is all about. Infowars.com. Okay, here's the big picture. All over the world in the last 6-7 years, I've seen the British governments where it started, then Canada, then the U.S. Federal governments, all under international standardization, want your blood. And in England, they're honest about it. They said, we're going to start taking tissue swabs out of the cheek. Those are some of the largest and easiest to remove DNA samples. So if you're stopped for speeding or for questioning, in England, they randomly take your DNA. They're now doing it on street corners. They have mobile vans. They just snatch you and pull you in. No judge, no jury. They're getting rid of Magna Carta, getting rid of due process. Now, all over the United States, and we've had Police Chief Art Aceveda in the seat. He admits, most police chiefs laugh at this because they know the Constitution, Bill of Rights. He admits it's a federal grant. The feds are paying to have the local police with these fake warrants, and we've had the head of the Texas Bar on, and we've had judges on. It's on record. It's these fake master warrants the judge swears out. They're a fraud. And at mobile vans, mobile RVs, they take your blood on the side of the highway. Now, I would tell people about this 6 years ago in Phoenix and in Denver. And I'd have the news articles, and people couldn't believe it. I used to get calls. You're a lot. It would just be radio. I'd say, here's the Denver Post. Here's the Phoenix, here's the Tucson Star. People didn't believe it. That's how in denial people were 5 years ago. Now they go, oh, yeah, it's good. Take my blood at checkpoints. So it gets worse and worse and worse. And now they're just saying, well, let's go ahead and play the news. See, first they started, now they're expanding it. And because it was illegal, the state's trying to weigh in to make it legal. Kind of like, oh, warrantless wiretapping's illegal, but we're going to pass a law federally so it'll be legal. It's still a load of crap. You can pass a law saying we've all got to pull plowshares and you could beat us on the back with cat or nine tails. It's a fraud. You can pass a law saying there's no Second Amendment. It's a fraud. You understand that? That's what the Declaration of Independence says, punks. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Our top story here on the Night Beat. A little-known law which goes into effect in less than 2 weeks will allow a lot more blood draws across Texas. The Night Beat's Shelton Green is live on North Mopac with details. Shelton?
Tyler, starting September the 1st, police across Texas won't need a search warrant to draw blood from people involved in one of 3 situations after a crash. Number 1, if you injure someone in that crash, or number 2, if you have prior DWIs, or number 3, if you have a child in your car at the time of the crash. So in other words, blood...
That's how tyranny works. See, first the feds say, we're going to pay you to do these with fake warrants, master rubber stamp warrants, just a master warrant. Just like with the national wiretapping. Then they just go, you know what? It's for children. We're getting rid of all of it. See, oh, it's for the children. Meanwhile, they admit texting while driving is twice as bad as drinking while driving. But don't worry, they're going to arrest you for that, too. They want to stick stuff in your body. They want the precedent, because they're eugenicists. They're already putting it in your water. White House science czar admits it. Eco-science. All these other government documents. This is so anti-American. But it's all the nanny state. It's all for your own good. Yeah, like the government ships the heroin and cocaine in for our own good and has put 20% of school kids on Prozac and Ritalin for their own good. Shut up! I'm sick of your crap. And let me tell you something. Don't ever try to stick a needle in me. I can't put up with your Nazi bull anymore. Can you imagine some black and white movie where Nazis are drawing blood in Germany? Oh, that would be too extreme. Not even Nazis would do that. No, only the fake America would do that. Here it is. Finish it.
Draw blood from people involved in one of three situations after a crash. Number one, if you injure someone in that crash, or number two, if you have prior DWIs, or number three, if you have a child in your car at the time of the crash. So in other words, blood can be drawn even if you're not suspected of driving drunk.
This was sick and tired of a Texas law that allowed the defendant to destroy the very evidence we needed to protect society.
So you've had 2 drinks today, that's it. What did you have to drink?
Good pause.
John Bradley.
And they use, of course, Williamson County is the most thuggish, like Boss Hogville, but worse, to say it's okay. And then meanwhile, they'll show you a drunk like it's all right. This is all about tyranny. I mean, I now have the local newspapers where I live saying I need to be arrested for people, not for putting the signs up, that it should be illegal, that I criticized our God, our Savior, Barack Obama. I mean, do you see how once they do this, it's all over? But in England, they're honest. This is about DNA databases. Let me tell you something. Is a newborn baby suspected of drunk driving or wrecking a car? Because for 36 years, at birth, in the Western world, under a UN mandate, blood is taken secretly at birth and put in a world DNA database, and that's now been declassified and been in all the local papers. This has nothing to do with security. It's about killing you.